Fit Farm Chick here with how to cook spaghetti squash. Great thing about this stuff is it's like 31 calories for each serving, but who doesn't like to have seconds on any kind of Italian dish out there? But your regular spaghetti or pasta, angel hair pasta, is about 210 calories per serving. Whereas you could probably eat this entire thing with your spaghetti sauce and a little bit of cheese and still not have as many calories as you would having just one serving of regular pasta, but you'd be totally full and a bit healthier. So what you do here is I bake it. You can microwave it as well. I'll tell you how to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and set the oven to 350 to preheat it. And I have a pan of water here. I use a cake dish and I fill it maybe inch and a half because you want to be able to put the spaghetti squash in here side by side without the water coming out. So you just go ahead and you cut the spaghetti squash in half, which I have some issues with my hands, so this isn't always the easiest thing for me to do. So I'm sure if I cut my finger off right now, this would be like a lot of views on this video. It would not be good. I'm sure my boyfriend's getting nervous right now because I've had to ask him to cut some things lately. I just got little carpal tunnel issues, but that's that. All right, it's kind of in half. Okay, so then here you go ahead and you can scoop the seeds out now if you want, but it's a lot easier once it's cooked. It's no big deal. Some people save the seeds and bake them, little salt and stuff, and nibble on them later. I don't. I just make my spaghetti. So I'm just going to take the halves and immerse them in the water upside down like that. And then you cover the pan with foil. It's pretty easy. Just cover it with foil, and you bake it at 350 for 45 minutes, and that's it. And we'll be back after 45 minutes and see what to do next. Okay, so it's been 44 minutes and seconds, and the timer's about to go off. So you want to go ahead and get your cooling rack out. That's what I like to do to speed up the cooling process. And handy dandy gloves. And like I said before, you can actually microwave the spaghetti squash, but I found that baking it just makes it the right consistency that I prefer. But you can bake, zap it in the microwave for about 15 minutes. I would do one half at a time. And, you know, like I said, cut the squash in half and put one half in and zap it in the microwave for 15 minutes. Take the other half, do the same to that, and then proceed with the cleaning up and training of it. So I'm going to pull out my spaghetti squash now and set it on the counter here. Be careful because the water inside is extremely hot and you don't want to burn your little feet. So, okay, so hopefully I can go ahead and secretively, I have already had this cooling for a while, but what we're going to do now is go ahead and take the squash out, which some of the seeds came out all on their own. Super hot. Ooh. So, let's say I'm going to go ahead and scoop out the inside here of the seeds and whatnot that I'm not going to use. Put them in this little bowl here. I'm definitely not going to use those. I'm going to get all the seeds out so we're not eating spaghetti with seeds later. I'll just flip them off to the side on the foil here because you don't want to lose any of your stuff. But it was a good cook. 45 minutes, man, makes it so soft. It's perfect. So what I like to do is I like to bake, bake this squash again. Once it's done this, I'm actually going to use this in a baked ziti recipe. Ziti in my recipe is going to be baked squash. So like I said, making spaghetti squash, you cut the spaghetti squash in half, place it in a cake pan that's got about 1.5 inches of water in it, bake it on 350 for 45 minutes. Let it cool completely. Then once you have the squash done, let me empty this here. You go ahead and you take the squash and you go ahead and like this, you can see that it comes out kind of looking. If that didn't look like spaghetti, I don't know what does. Kind of yellow spaghetti, but just sit there, use the edge of the fork, and just scoop it all out. It's a little hot still, so I'm doing it here in the pan, and do as much as you can, and just let it sit in the pan and do each side. Flip it over. I mean, we're talking a lot of, oh, there's seeds in there. I'm going to pull all those out later. Alright, so that's it. See how easy it is? Just comes right out. And totally looks like spaghetti. It's awesome. So do the other half, and you have this entire dish full of spaghetti squash that you can use as your carb filler for your meal. A lot less calories. Keeps you nice and fit. Enjoy!